Hey, welcome back to BIBSTER'S Repair Shop. Wait, what am I doing here? It's a YouTube video. Inside a YouTube video, it's like a Russian doll situation. We'll be back with you in a minute. Alright, so, I'm pretty sure this is junk, but I enjoy science. No, I really don't enjoy science. I kind of suck at it. But I got an idea. So I was talking with my buddy Thads Shoemaker last night from Shoemaker Guitar Works. I'll put a link in the description, as well as that was Burning Dinosaur's YouTube channel, who's watching Ed Gosling's YouTube channel, which is still up here. So I just thought it'd be kind of funny to have, we could start, you know, seeing how many people we can have of one person watching a YouTube video and a YouTube video of a YouTube video. I don't know. Maybe we can keep it growing. It'd be kind of funny. Get like Shane Holston involved. See how many people we can get. Anyway, I'm an idiot. So check this out. Here's my idea. Or my thought process. I'll bring you over here. Here's what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to set up the experiment, and then I'll bring you back. So I was looking, I went inside last night, and as you guys know, I upload like at midnight my time because who needs to sleep? I got thinking. So I was watching a video, and they were talking about the one thing that Thad talked about was polarizing the generator. So basically, every time you disconnect the battery on a generator system, you have to polarize it. Because if you remember, the difference between a generator, which is what normally would be right here, and an alternator is generator makes DC current. So it just goes one waveform. And alternator makes alternating current, so it goes back and forth. Again, now scientists here, just basic. So an alternator doesn't matter. It's going to go it's going to make it both ways, and then it has a rectifier in there, makes that AC voltage DC, kicks it back out to your battery right there. Well, a generator, it just makes DC current. Well, it has to know which way to make the DC current, because in this system at this time, there was a negative ground and a positive ground. Now, you might be asking me, Bibster, get out of there. How's that work? And how do you know? We'll get into that in a second. But negative ground means that your power, your power cable would normally be your positive, goes to the ground. And then your negative goes to all your other stuff. So it works just like normal. You just have to think backwards on everything. And you might wonder, if you're going out and looking at a tractor like I have, if it's got a coil, if it's obviously you can't do this on a gas. If it's got a coil, look at the coil, and the one that's got the positive, which is this one on this particular unit, that one, the positive coil lead goes to your distributor, then you have a positive ground. Or excuse me, you have a negative ground. If the negative goes, then you have a positive ground. So, but all that to say, the generator, you have to basically tell it which way the power is. So what you do is you fire it up. You take your battery, straight your line from your battery with a wire, you touch a terminal on the generator, and that'll get things kicked off and going. And you're supposed to do every time you disconnect the battery, which is going to suck on this if I keep this generator, which I probably won't. I'm just going to kind of do this for science, because I'm going to always disconnect the batteries. I always run a disconnect on them, but sometimes you don't. It doesn't say you necessarily have to. The other reason why I think this never worked is, now look at this. Get to focus, you turd. All right, there it goes. If you look at this voltage regulator here. Now, from the research I was doing last night, again, I'm an idiot and stuff, so a lot of you guys already know this. This is supposed to be your, let's remember this right. I believe this goes to your A terminal, this goes to your F terminal, and this is supposed to go to your battery. But there's nothing here. There's two that go to the kill. This is the thing that basically shuts voltage off. So when you turn your key off, it doesn't, it shuts the power off here. Basically it makes it, if you didn't have a wire running back to this, when you go to shut the key off, so when you on these kind of tracks, you shut the key off, you're killing the power to your distributor. When you shut the key off, power is not going to get cut to your distributor, because it can basically backfeed itself through the generator and just keep feeding it. It won't stop. I did that when I first did my alternator on my M. I'll talk about that later. How you have to run a ballast resistor, or That's why that has a alternator light on it, because it's a light basically prevents the power from going back through, and it keeps it from backfeeding and staying running. The first time I did that, I shut it off, kept running. So what I'm going to do tonight is we're going to figure out what wire goes back to the battery, put that there, put the generator back on, fire it up, see what it does. Does anything? Cool. Doesn't do anything. Then I'm going to try and run a wire, so this will be straight to my battery, from here to the F terminal. That should make that energized, and we'll go from there. So a little bit different video that we're going to be filming tonight. We're going to try to experiment this out. So I'm going to assemble this all, figure out what those cables are, and then I'll bring you back. So it'll be just a little bit, so hang on. Well, for you guys, it'll literally be, the screen's going to, and it's going to happen. So now. Okay, so I'm working on figuring out what wires what on this project. I'll give everyone a heads up. You're going to rewire a tractor or any kind of vehicle at all. I'm not saying you have to have, you know, all the colors of the rainbow when you're doing your loom. But could you not use the same color for every flipping thing? Look at this. Look at this. Brown wire, brown wire. Look up there. Can you see it? A bunch of brown wires. Like, down there. Oh, brown wires then down to the lights. Brown wires go here. Everywhere. It's like they had one color of lights when they rewired this whole stupid tractor. And they just were, you know, who cares? We'll do what we want. I mean, I think this different colored electrical tape might have something to do with it, but I can't find the other end of that, so we'll bring you back. I'm just trying to, thought I'd just give you a little tip. Alright, so I tried to show what it was doing there, and yep, I tried to set it. I set the polarity. Did off camera, was kind of a pain. Still not putting out basically anything, so it was worth a try. It was an exciting video. We tried to, I think the door closes now. Hopefully it closes. I smoked this thing out, so I'd open that door to, whew. So we tried to make it, oh yeah, she closed. I tried to make it connect. It did the thing where it sparked. It was supposed to, but it's putting out like, it started off putting out 12 and it was fine. Then it was just putting out less and less as it ran, which is what I thought it was going to do. So, means I'm probably going to go with an alternator, honestly. Looking at this wiring and how it's not exactly in the best of shape, I think we're sitting with an alternator, one wire, just run one wire back. That's all I need. I can eliminate a lot of this other stuff and go from there. So yeah, we'll I got a quick unboxing here to do, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna do some more research on that, so not missing out on that yet. Okay, by unboxing, I mean I already opened it up. Alright, a couple more manuals. I got these off of Etsy, actually. It's the same as that 70 manual I got. I like this style. These are just technical manuals, so they don't necessarily have, they do have some like decent, here's how to tear things apart, but it's got all the nice pictures of how things come apart and what's where and what it is. But what I like about these is they cover a lot of tractors and they're ring bound. So when you open them up flat on your bench, they actually open up flat. And you can actually, I mean, if you wanted to, you could, you know, pull just one page out, or it's easier to copy from this if you want to have some copies out. So I got one for the one for the 88, and I also got one for the M. So thought that'd be finally good to get a couple of those. But I'm gonna try and get this thing edited up. Like I said, did not work the way I was hoping so. It was wired. It technically worked the way it was wired, but I just think that stuff is all, it just doesn't work. And for what I think I'm going to do I'm probably just going to want to end up eliminating all that stuff. Especially, you know, I keep the generator, but then if every time I disconnect the battery, someone put a battery disconnect on this thing, I have to repolarize it. And I know you don't always have to, but if I have, you know, it's going to be much easier. Just a one-wire alternator. Get one that's sort of close. Make that work. You'll see that in some videos. And make this thing run like that. So we tried our best at the generator. We tried to do some fun stuff. Again, what we did basically was rewire this regulator. This goes straight to the battery, I believe. I really should run that back, actually. I'm pretty sure it goes. This is the one that goes, yep, it goes right up to the battery, or right up to the amp meter. And so we were only getting, like I said, we were started off at getting like 12 and a half, and then it was only getting like 10 on that last run. So kind of too bad. Fun thing, so we talked about, oh man, I cleaned this thing out. It's kind of blew a bunch of crap everywhere. So this tractor has this giant hole here for, I don't know, putting a puppet show on. But the thing about it is, I know that normally there would have been a power steering. I guess this tractor would have had power steering here. And when it had power steering, I don't know, maybe this thing had a loader on it at one point and it needed, you know, to check it, you could reach in there. But other than that, I mean, there's nothing else you're going to be checking there that you need to have a hole. And I just like this. Like, just straight up. Should we, like, clean this up at all? No, just slag and everything. And they did the same thing on the exhaust side when they needed to go with the bigger hole for the exhaust. So this hood, actually, I thought I bought a right hood for this from Allman Auctions, and well, they had it listed as a Super 88 hood, but surprise, it was not. So I drove 4 hours to pick up supposed to be a Super 88 hood and a 77 and a 77 hood, and it ended up being an 88 hood and a Super 77 hood, which, right? Yeah, it was backwards of what it actually was. So it kind of sucked because I don't need an 88 hood. I need a Super 88 hood. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Y'all have a good one. Make sure to like and subscribe. We got some new content out, some new viewers out there. Thanks for checking it out. Check out, I'm going to put those channels that I did that, you know, YouTube inside of YouTube. I'll put the links down there. It's Burning Dinosaurs and Ed Gosling's. Yeah, I'm saying your name wrong, Ed. I apologize. I'm terrible at names, especially when I don't have right in front of me. 2 more great channels. If you're checking me out, you already know about them. I'm not even telling you something, but hit those links in the description. You'll see that. Make sure to subscribe to their channels. Check them out. We'll see you on the next one.